This is a quick review of Love That Dog that we did in class this morning. If you're unsure about answering the questions, I know I read the first few pages with many of you, but we are going to start from the beginning again. So we are going to start on lesson 2 today. Um, so today you will begin reading Love That Dog by Sharon Creech and choose an independent research reading book. We read this book in class and um, you're going to choose your research reading book on Epic later today. So I have everything you need. You are not going to have the book. I will put it up here for you. And we are going to talk right now about how you feel about poetry. So we did this today in class, and kids, shouted out their answers. So that was on the board, if you recall. And then we talked about working to become an ethical person and what that means. Standing up for what's right, standing up for people when you see what's wrong, that something is wrong. You treat others, yourself, and the environment with respect. So we talked a little bit about that this morning as well. All right. Today, after we read this, you should be able to determine the gist of the story. Gist, Gist. I think it's kind of a cool word. Gist means what's the idea of the story? What are they talking about? Do you get the gist? Do you get the concept? So we're going to talk about that in pages 1 to 5. All right. So we are going to read Love That Dog and start with pages, skipping through all this, 1 to 5. Jack, room 105, Miss Stretchberry, September 13th. I don't want to because boys don't write poetry, girls do. So the gist that we talked about in class is what's going on here? We can say that Jack is in school because we have his room number and his teacher's name. But the gist was, as we said in class, it is he doesn't want to write poetry. He doesn't want to do it. September 21st. I tried. Can't do it. Brain's empty. So really, I don't know that he can't do it. He's just frustrated right now. Can't think of anything. September 27th. I don't understand the poem about the red wheelbarrow and the white chickens and why so much depends upon them. If that is a poem about the red wheelbarrow and the white chickens, then any words can be a poem. You just have to make short lines. October 4th. Do you promise not to read it out loud? Do you promise not to put it on the board? Okay, here it is. But I don't like it. So much depends upon a blue car, splattered with mud, speeding down the road. Remember, this is different writing because this is the poem he's now coming up with. So he wants his teacher to make 2 promises as he's writing a poem because he doesn't like it. He's not confident about it. He'll answer those questions on Schoology. October 10th. What do you mean? Why does so much depend upon a blue car? That's what his teacher wrote back. You didn't say before that I had to tell why. The wheelbarrow guy didn't tell why. So that's where we stopped. And excuse me, so we're reading aloud and finding the gist of the first 5 pages. So you will find these questions in Schoology in your Thursday folder under ELA. Remember, you need to log in and then you can submit. So these questions that we talked about in class are there for you to submit. All right, we did that, and I think I'm going to stop here. It's a bummer that we can't do any thinking together, that you guys are separated. So we're going to do some research reading, which I will explain later. But right now, great job, guys.